Greetings, ladies and gentlemen players. It's another wonderful Friday this September, I think, still, of 2024, making it a wonderful day for basics. I'm over here. You can kind of not really see it. I'm on my 3-dan account now. Ranked I go up from 2-dan to 3-dan to get in some lovely 3-dan basic play. Yes, indeedy. But I'm still putting in a dash, just a teeny tiny dash of attacking. By that I mean, if we spy some weaknesses, some obvious weaknesses, and we're obviously strong, we will not be backing down from that. We will be giving it a good old little pokesy. Hopefully we can attack for profit, but occasionally these things just wind up dead. Oh, 5-4 point. Okay. Usually when I go 5-4 point, I go extreme orthodox to the point where sometimes even contemplating and closing and then figuring out what we're doing over here. For now, let's see what he wants to do. So there's a couple of common tricks here. This one into the inside. In fact, future me, go ahead and show. Right, so this dreaded Joseki, you would be tempted to play here. I'm always tempted to play here because it would be good to go bop into, well, you could play away right now because you're alive in the corner. You could go and keep doing things. You could, whoops. You could, go and do things, you can go and do things, but unfortunately this is usually not the way this is going to go. They're going to honey on the inside most of the time, and then you have to deal with this, which, don't get me wrong, isn't something that is impossible to deal with. It can, however, just be very, very annoying if you're at all uncertain as to what you're going to do, because I'm going to go like here, into here, into here, and then we're just gonna go and keep doing things, and then can't do this one because of a ladder, so I guess we're gonna go like here probably, and then maybe here into here for a, nope, here into here for, it's just like a long drawn out fight, right? There's a lot of different variations there, a lot of different possibilities. It can be a very, very, very huge headache. As a result, I typically play this one, assuming, of course, that my opponent is going to drop down, and then I can play here. This is not a trick. This is a normal, fairly normal sequence where they get to do this one. We've got territory. They've got to go back and kill the cutting stones. If they do, I'm not surrounded, and that's just the price of the thing that they played. So yeah, instead, I'm doing this way. Hopefully I showed you why I'm doing this way. Probably should have played here first. Make sure he can't Hane, but that's okay. I'm just gonna be settling. Do. Choices for me. If I play here, he's going to go and do this one. If I do this one, he can extend and still clamp here. I'm going to keep it simple. Whoa, blam. Done. Over it. Double Hane. I concur. And now connect. Now connect. And we'll go ahead, since we did some reductions here, I'm going to go ahead and take an enclosure here. Go back and reduce, so like expand, reduce. Never want to do one thing to the exclusion of all else. That move can't kill me. That move is a pass. If he, like, how does he block my 2 eyes? He can't. So I will block his extending from this. Unfortunate for you, my good man. That is a big pass. Opening where there's like enclosures and extensions from enclosures that are, you know, being taken up, that is a big deal. So here he's attacking my wall. Now, the variation that I prefer is probably one that he doesn't really want me to play. but I don't think I care. Hmm. I normally play this one. He Hanes Ayatari, he extends, and then we're just fighting. Kung Fu style. Tell you what. Tell you what, tell you what, tell you what. I'll play on the outside. I'm going to give a nod to the influence, the only thing that he's developed this game. He's given me some territory in exchange for influence. So I'm going to take some influence on the out in exchange. Good plan. Okay, this is fine. Completely fine, completely fine. We can go ahead and connect or connect, whichever connect you're feeling connected to. I'm just going to go ahead and connect like so. Go with my cutting point. Seems fine. I like it. And now we're going to surround him. If I remember correctly, how am I supposed to handle this? Here, we could take. Taking's pretty hot. Because I feel like that's the wrong move. He should have just played here, not done the push first. Yeah, I feel like that's true. Whatever, I'll just connect. Whatever, I'll connect. It's fine. Doesn't matter. So, he's fully surrounded. It's pretty cool. I'm getting more. It's even cooler. Not a problem. He's cutting me immediately. I was supposed to be the one attacking him. Apparently, he's the one attacking me. So the question is he attacking a weak group or a strong group? And he's attacking a pretty strong group. So we're going to keep the strong group nice and strong with some good old tabley shapes. And there's nothing he can do here. There's nothing he can do. Okay. I'm immortal. You have two liberties. You can't attack me. Is he gonna Hane? He's probably gonna Hane, huh? Well, if he Hanes, we're gonna threat to capture. Ooh. I almost immediately went to poke at it. Where do you play here? Hmm. Where do you play here, do you suppose? Where's a decent move to play here? Where's a good move? Any ideas? If you were looking at this and saying, you know what, couldn't you threaten to capture? You'd be right. You'd be right. Way to go. Um, I'm not gonna do this because then he double Hanes me, right? So I'm just gonna extend. His shape is pretty. We could have Haned here too if we wanted to, but this is strong enough. We're just keeping strong shapies. Now here's an interesting thing. I can cut this. Why can I cut that? Can't he Atari and kill? Oh, the Atari goes into an Atari. So no, he can't. So we can cut here. This is just shape. This is just shape. That's all it is. So shape. How you doing? You're being cut now. Like, what if Atari's this way then? Then just extend. You can't do it again. Go do an Atari. This is why shape and cutting points are importante. And why you want to identify where the big points on the board are, so you can put your shape and your cutting point knowledge to the test to fight over the large points of the board. Right now, he's fighting over a tiny thing against groups that are super strong. This isn't where you want to fight. You want to fight over important things. You want to fight over things that matter. This is the equivalent of like going into, I don't know. God, I don't know. Everything that came into my mind is like technically not a good thing to say. because it's a little violent. I was gonna say it's equivalent of going into a restaurant and, wrecking the place because one of the forks was a little bent. Yeah. Yeah, that's the hill you're gonna go die on. It's like, but what about that fork? It's like, I don't know. It sucks, I guess. Let's just burn the place down. It's like, what are you fighting over that? And then here, don't hunt it headed 2 and 3, right? So yeah, you see how he was trying to get like an attacking position on my group, but my groups were strong, so we could cut him. My top group is literally immortal, so I can Hane. Ba, 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 ba. Now I want to play here, but I think I'm gonna do it again. No, I should play here into here, hey?
9, 8, 7, 6,
Or even here.
5,
Like, honestly, who
4,
cares?
3,
Tell you what, let's do it
2,
this way.
1.
Ba. This is just to make sure he can't, like, do weird stuff there. So, yeah, we're not worried about this. Definitely not worried about this. He has to be worried about here and here. I have to be worried about just this. Just this. This is stronger than this. Right? This is stronger than this. Don't have to care about it. Okay. Not Sentai. He's starting into Atari and then extend into nothing, but I have 2 eyes, so who cares? So we surround him. Uh-huh. If he could clamp here and live, I'd be dead. And then I'd be like, I just left that for him to see if he'd see it. But no, we're fine, so it's all good. Here, he's offering me an option. He's not just trying to live, he's offering me a deal. I want to live inside your corner or outside your corner. Okay, you can live inside my corner. I'll take these stones. Go, another description of Go has always been hand talk. The stones are saying something. Honest, they are. I tell my therapist that all the time. She hasn't believed me yet. But they do speak. They say things if you hear if you're listening. So, I have to always be aware of
9,
what the stone is
8,
saying.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Normally we
3,
don't Atari cutting stones
2,
unless it's important.
1.
So here we're just gonna go and kill top stones. It's fine. We're just gonna kill them. We're just gonna kill them. All right, these are dead. A lot of he pushes and cuts you. It doesn't matter. He pushes and cuts me this way. I think we can play here, if I recall correctly. And even if we couldn't, I would just went over one of these proverbs with a student, with my study group. And that was the proverb of extending a single stone Atari. I forget the exact wording of it, but essentially, rather than letting one stone be fully captured in one move, it's usually good to just extend it once. Just extend it once. Because then because then they have to do more to capture it, right? All right, so keep my corner. Those stones are dead. I'm going to just make sure that this stone can't do anything to harass me ever again. So that seems like a pretty pog idea. I mean, it's the only weak cutting point on the board. So let's just take it, right? What, am I afraid of this group suddenly getting 30 points? How? He needs to be worried about this, is what he needs to be worried about. We could play here for better endgame, but I'm pretty sure the real threat lies on this side. So I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do, and I'm going to play on this side to minimize any weird shenanigans, Boban McGanigans. I'm pretty sure none of that was English. That's probably true. Fun fact, this is Ko. Bop, bop, bop. If he connects, take. So we haven't lost the corner yet, technically. See, I knew he was gonna do something. See, I knew he was gonna do something. Didn't you know it? I knew it. So he wants to play here and try to get like Seki with the corner or something. That sounds wrong, which he said that too quickly. Just make sure he can't do that. What about the cutting point? Just do a 1 point jump, you're fine. No trying to kill me. Threaten to kill. And then we'll defend with a tiger mouth. Ah. So this will always have more liberties than 5. Right? Always have more than 5 liberties. Not a problem. It's not even a thing. It's not a question. It's not a conundrum. It's not a kerfuffle. None of those words. It's fine. This is just dead. This is just alive. Period. End of story. You're welcome to cut me if you think you can, Mr. Bond. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We be Gucci. But if I surround this group, it be dead. It be big dead. If we take... this could get awkward. So let's just not. Is this another dual feature? 17 minutes? How long was I waiting? I don't know. I might record two. If it doesn't fit into one video, maybe I'll just record it and release it on Patreon or something. Oh, also, yeah, support me on Patreon if you like what I do. This corner is just like chilling, right? But I don't want to be surrounded because he's got a weak group still. And he's not going to be able to like scam me into forgetting. This group doesn't have a single eye yet. It's got 0.5. But we can Hane and get rid of it. So this group is weak. I'm not going to let the weak group fully surround me and force a capture, because then he might get like all of those points for free. And it's just like, wow, how did he do that? You scammed yourself. That's how you did that. That is exactly how you did that. You just scammed yourself. Hopefully you can read what happens if he cuts. He cuts. You nets. He connects. Johannes. Threatening to kill him. Again, you're not scamming me, bro. You ain't scamming me, bro. Okay. You're just gonna die? I'm okay with that. It's fine by me. Fine by me. You wanna die? You wanna die. Okay. Hane still kills, because we took care of this cutting point. It would be hard to actually utilize this fight in any meaningful fashion if I had to worry about this stone hurting my stones. Does that make sense? If I had to worry about that, that would be... I was about to call it a hootenanny. Why was I about to call it a hootenanny? It doesn't make any sense.
8, 7.
That would be a humdinger.
4.
Yeah, I play the southern style of Go. Yeah, we're gonna go and play a hootenanny into a shindig. He keeps trying to kill me. Tell you what, I'm done with this fight completely. I'm gonna take the territory. People, you're probably looking at this like, dude, the corner side center, right? But he had a weak root. The death of this is definitely worth more than the enclosing. So while there was a legitimate possibility of this dying,
7,
I'll just keep
6,
stabbing it.
5, 4, 3.
He realized if he cuts, then Atari kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All his stones will go to heaven. So we're fine, right? He can't do anything over here. It's all good. It's all good. Squeeze me? He wants 6-line territory or something insane? Bro. What? I mean, he's dead here. I don't need all the points. I don't need all the points.
9.
I'm not Ubisoft.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Like, yes, we have
2,
some points,
1.
but we want all the points. Fine. Fine. Whatever. Then we'll just go and play down in here, make sure he can't get the points here and here. But yeah, with that dead, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. A lot of points. Okay. Sir. I feel like perhaps I will try to attack. I'm strong here. I'm strong here. This doesn't work. Which means I don't care if he comes in. I will cut him off and then feed him his own fingers. That's what we're gonna do. If we're strong, that's just the way it rolls in my neighborhood. If you're strong, someone comes in disrespecting you. You know what to do, am I right? This does work, but maybe you're thinking that this is getting a little bit too out of the realm of basics.
7.
That's understandable. I'm just gonna chill. There. See? We're fine. I know, it's not 7th line anymore. I'm sorry. I promised you 7th line. Clearly I'm a liar, sir. Normally we don't tire cutting points, but you can see that he's trying to, like, really get into a whole bunch of weird stuff that kind of supersedes those ideas of not doing that. Like, in emergencies, like heavy contact fighting, yeah, you can
9,
Atari just to
8,
ensure you drive them in the right way.
6, 5.
Otherwise, yeah, typically I don't really recommend Atari and cutting stones, yet I've been doing it repeatedly. So, sorry about that. If I play here, he plays here, 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 here. Oh god, reading. I don't want to read. Then I won't. There. I think you could probably play here. But there's no reason to. We already have all the territory we ever could possibly need at this game. Got some corner territory, got some territory here and here. Let's just fast forward the end of the game. Because you can see, we are up by
9, 8, 7,
20?
6, 5.
Alright, so it looks like he resigned after I wasn't falling for the whole forget about how many liberties this group thing had. Because you can see he's like really going after it, trying to like get me to forget or whatever, and then he like Tanuki'd for a while, and then Tanuki'd for a while. And then after he forgot, quote unquote, to defend the one stone, he goes back over in here. Because if I'm like, well, that's stupid, and then I take, then I'm dead. So that's kind of interesting. So cool little tricks. I almost regretted not playing more aggressively against this guy and playing here immediately. Because I got to this point and I'm like, after I back off here and lose 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, then it got to be like a 10, 15 point game. Like, ooh, that's scary. Where if I do like this now and then he has to go back and play here, and I make sure to get this, for example, it's gonna stay nicely in my favor. This is a 20-point game right now, believe it or not. You wouldn't think it, but yeah, 20-point game. I'd have been like, oh yeah, Black's up by like 30 points now, right? No, not yet. This bottom territory is still there. Like here, into here, into here. And now we're getting closer to 30 points. So yeah, interesting game. Sure. This fight, though, it just didn't do anything. Now, if I allow him to push me back, you can see I don't get anything here. Now that's freaking scary. But this isn't a thing he can do. So it's not scary. If he plays here, ladder doesn't work. So you'd be like, well, why this doesn't work? So why would you want to do this? Doesn't work. Stupid. Learn to read. Well, you are right. Like, the ladder here does hit this stone. However, this is the part that gets interesting. Like, he has to not be dead, and then you can just proceed to just keep doing crazy things against him. Like, Liberty shorts all over the place, you know? Or if you don't want to play here, you just wanted to play here, for example, that'd be fine too. If you wanted to, God, I don't even know. Here into here looks like a pretty good shape. That seems pretty shapely. That doesn't quite work for him. This part gets complicated, I suppose, because of the Liberty shortage that I have. That does get a little bit problematic for a minute or two. But only for a minute or two. Anywho. Then here, we just surround. Here, we cut him off because, yeah, why not? If you wanted to keep fighting here, you totally could. I mean, he doesn't have a really good, strong group here. If you wanted to turn here, you could do that too. That's another really great move. Killing the cutting stone is also another fantastic play. You don't really have to play that move if you didn't want to. You could play here. Like, if he plays here and plays this kind of way, then you capture him way too easily, right? It's never going to be a problem. Anyway, I thought this was a pretty interesting game. Hope you enjoyed, learned a thing or two about fighting, and yeah, I will see you next week. Take care, everybody.